Welcome back everyone to the Mighty Mage's Undead Conquest of Dominion 6. So, our nation of Pangaea has made some moves, but most importantly, the pretender gods that were dormant have begun to awaken. So I think that means on the next turn, other people's gods will be in play if they chose to hold them back for more design points. We lost a couple people moving our god across the mountains from last time. That's fine, they're undead skeletons. But more importantly, let's check out some of these battles that have been taking place. Right now, we've got Blessed One. So she's cast Divine Blessing, which gives all of our holy troops the buffs of our god that we set at the start. And the enemy just seem to be a bunch of wolf people and their shaman. So, I'm imagining our pincer movement will go well. For some reason, they decided to pincer against the forward force rather than their mage. Not sure why, because I told them to hit the person furthest back. Ultimately, it didn't make much of a difference in this fight. We were winning no matter what. We only lost 3 of our archers. They lost everything. Okay, and let's see how our god did. The undead dragon. With our undead horde. Cast animate skeleton. I can probably get rid of that cast now. It's probably not very necessary anymore. And we've got a decent opposition of cavalry, which is fine by me, because if our god can corrupt them with that dark seed, we'll just get some undead horse as my minions. So they're shooting us from afar, but our zombies are soaking up most of the hits. The fear effect is taking over. Most of them just flee. We got an undead horse right there. We did lose a fair few of our skeletons, unfortunately. But they did their job of absorbing the focus fire. Mighty Mage is on great health right there. So they have served us well. And that is another fight concluded thanks to fear. I've got a new event. What's this? Throne of Law has been claimed by someone else. Worldwide order has gone up and worldwide unrest has gone down. So that does help us. But obviously it's still bad because it means someone else is there. And also we've found an enemy spy sneaking into one of my territories. Oh, my furthest territory. That was where we first spotted those fish people on the land. He's going to get completely swamped by the harpies. RIP. So, good thing I left a standing army there to make sure that no one tries to invade whilst our god flies the mountains. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So, that was in Star Peaks, and I was right to be cautious. They've built palisades there. Okay, so we would have to siege to take over. Atlantis is indeed located here. And that was their forward outpost on the land. So, how many... They've got 60 units there. I might need to up the defense from 40 then, just to match or even exceed them. Our god is over here. And it looks like Atlantis, I would imagine, have spread over. It's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And they're going to be moving towards these thrones, which is what I want. What's the play here? I could spend some time here to solidate my rule. We've got a kind of empty pocket in the middle that I do want to go in and correct. There's only 40 enemies here. Although the Throne of Ascension may have a lot more. As long as I can stop Atlantis from heading into my lands here at the choke point of the peaks, and I guess they could enter Winden as well, we should be able to block them off the land and take my time getting these thrones. Because one throne here, one throne in the wetlands to the south of Forest Pine, the one next to Druidland, and the one in Kunal. That's all 4 to win the game. And my domain is pretty much swallowing them. There's a bit of questionable space up in the north here that could be a problem, but one at a time. Speaking of problems, our failed, disgraced General Themis, the somehow heroic agility man, has been an utter failure, as I always knew. I hate to just pigeonhole people, but he did exactly what I said he would, which was fail. Anyway, against better judgment, I will give him a second chance, but we're going to give him those Menadas, the feral women that don't follow orders, because that seems like all he can handle. So we'll fill up his cannon fodder ranks with them. And let's see. We'll get some javelin throwers in there as well. They'll reinforce the satyrs he lost. And I did order some more Minotaurs. Not sure if I want to give them all to him though. Because more importantly, we have, who are they? Kyara and Petros, the monogamous couple. And they will be better suited at becoming a new proper fighting force. So I will give them some bodyguards to start with. Let's set that to guard commander. There we go. And I'm probably going to mimic Blessed One's structure here, because it works. Have people with archery pin people down in the front, and have your heavy lancers come in at the back. So we'll give them some archers. Whoops, they're meant to be in the same place. Set them up. I'll set this up and cut back once we're ready to conquer, I think. Alright, so we're back, and I've sorted out the army. This time I've decided to hire another Pan-Goatman thing instead of a Dryad, but I'm not going to use them to research, at least at first. What I'm really going to do is have them scout out my areas for magic terrain, special sites with bonuses that are hidden, and they typically have higher magic stats, so they'll be more likely to find them than a Dryad. However, because they're not priests, it means I won't be able to build temples, which would actually be quite nice. So I've got to pick, do I want more temples, or do I want the chance of finding magic sites? And you know what, I've talked myself out of it. We'll build a Dryad mother, because she can do both. Even if it won't be as profitable in the short term. So we'll build one of them. My army, just so you can see where it's going, we've set up the lovers with a complete army. It's slightly slower to traverse because of this undisciplined category with slower movement units. However, those slow people are going to soak up enemy fire and attention so that our archers can continue doing what they do with Blessed One's army, but with less chances of getting hit themselves. And, of course, our lancers that will strike in the back of their commanding units, and they'll be accompanied by the lovers after they use their sermon of courage so that we don't lose morale. I might need to remind them to hold before they attack, otherwise that could go pretty poorly. There we go. And I have actually kitted out Themis after all. I gave him a couple more Minotaurs, and I even gave him one more bodyguard Holy Horseman. I still have no faith, and because I don't believe in him at all, Themis, the hero, the disgraced one, is going to head north. And he can only move at one terrain, I keep forgetting this. He's going to head north because this province, Denberthia, whatever it's called, only has about 20 enemies, doesn't seem to have any leaders, and will help me see what's going on. Very key. Knowing is half the battle. As for the lovers, I've currently got them on research, but what I'm actually going to do, I believe, is to make them craft our first magic item. Oh, what have they got here? Shambler skin, water breathing. That's a possible option for later when we want to go into sea, but I'm planning on having the undead god. What I really want is this. Catharonic Lion Pelt. Gives them 4 more hit points. Yeah, that's okay. Gives them some protection on the head and on the body. Lowers defense a bit, raises encumbrance a bit, but that's not too bad. Most importantly, invulnerability 18, the ability to tank hits. That is going to be very nice for people getting up close and personal. So we're going to craft one of these. I don't have enough gems. So, we need 3 nature and 2 earth. Nature, obviously, we've got plenty of. Earth, At first, it seems like we're out of luck. But all of your magic units can conduct alchemy, and it doesn't even take a turn. And you can convert some of your excess gems, let's say water, into astral pearls, and then astral pearls in turn can be converted. It's not a great ratio, as you can see. You need 2 waters for an astral, and then the astral only gives you 1 in return. So you will be losing overall, but we don't need an insane amount. And now that we have that, we can forge the pelt. Boom. So they'll spend a turn forging that. Once they've made it, they can put it on, and we'll send them wherever they're needed most. Meanwhile, Blessed One, how's the army holding up here? Pretty well. As you can see, she's gotten enough experience. Now she can command more units, which is absolutely fantastic. But she can't get more of her proper army while she's in the field. However, she was transporting Gothia so that she could sneak into this enemy slot here and seduce their commander, one of those giants. Hopefully that goes well. Hard to say. Blessed One, in the meantime, I don't want to fight those people with these numbers because we would risk losing her, and she's pretty good. At the same time, we need to be careful. Interestingly, Nethermark here isn't controlled by the giant, so I was wrong. They did not take that throne. They must have taken another. I mean, I'm kind of worried. It might have been Gnome Peaks. It's hard to say. But with Goetheus sneaking in there, what do we want Blessed One to do? She could start building a temple, I guess. It will cost a lot because we're not in a forest, and it's not the most defended area. We want to defend Pinegrove, but I guess we're going to take it over anyway. So, yeah, why not? I guess we will build a temple. We need more of them. We've got some spare gold. We'll build a temple here and help boost our dominion. And then for the god, as I said, we want to get closer to these thrones as well as consolidating my holdings. So I think we're going to get a standard army of cavalry here. I'm aware this is starting to eat into the budget a bit, but I don't want the linger. At the same time, this wouldn't be enough to stop a dedicated invasion force. Maybe it will make them hesitate. I don't know. I just don't want them to come in while our god's busy. We can bolster it with more gold, maybe even next turn. And we will send our god... Let's go to the forest first, since it's just so much beneficial for us. And we'll see if that throne is defended or not by doing so. Our scout is currently on that throne, which is fine. I guess we could move them to Gnome Peaks to see what's going on over there. And that is everything, aside from getting more units for the next turn. But we spent a lot of money, so I'll just put 3 holy horses there and 2 archers, just in case we need to resupply, I suppose. And let's see how this goes. Okay, quite a few things have taken place, one of which is very pleasing to see. But let's take a look at the unexpected event in this neutral area. An entire village has been devoured by vine men that are now spreading over the rest of the province. That's probably going to be annoying. Unexpected event in Helmshire. Powerful winds. Playful winds have sent us distilled diamonds. So we got some air gems. Not sure if we can actually do anything with those. But we can at least turn them into earth gems, I suppose. And another one in Helmshire. Peddler was peddling his wares. Our agents discovered some magic gems. They were swiftly bought at the price Mighty Mage the Divine Shepherd intended. 1 gold. Haha, extortion. But wow, Helmshire's just spitting out gems at us today. Battle in Druidland. This is with our god taking over the forest. Shouldn't be too much trouble for him. They got some slingers and some heavy infantry. We are very low on support. Let's see if we can't make some more. Yeah, we made some more. Slingers will chip away at them, but they're going to be weak and cowardly. Oh, yep. Turning a few of them. It's not going in our military's favour, I won't lie. We could do with a lot more of these guys. But at least we're winning. Yeah, we're losing more than we're making. But that's the way it is at the moment. We'll improve that after we focus on conquering our land. Battle in the Boreal Weald. Okay, I'm presuming this is those Vine Men attacking one of my settlements. And I probably don't have many defenders, do I? No, we got a Minotaur and 2 Wolfmen. And they've got giants as well. Yeah, this is... I think it's pretty apparent how this ends. Oh, I think they chopped at least one of the giants down, but yeah. Okay, so we've lost territory. This is what I meant early on when I said it would be a smart idea to start putting troopers on my territory so that can't happen. But most importantly, look at this. Suddenly, oh, what the heck is that? Tydides, the White Minotaur, has arrived. These are special calves that are considered holy warrior priests, a lot like the White Horsemen. Let's take a look. So they've got a priest level of 2, they're sacred, they go berserk. When I was trashing the Minotaurs, I said there was one exception, and this is the one exception. The White Minotaur, the priestly Minotaur warriors, these people do seem to get the job done, and I don't have as many issues with them. And since this guy has appeared right on time, what we're going to do is we're going to transfer... Oh shoot, he's gone. Damn it. I was going to give away Themis' army to him. But actually, he can probably just catch up. So we can just send him off now. And by the time they catch up, we'll let them swap armies. Is that really the smart thing to do? Or am I making a mistake? We don't really want him to go north. Yeah, that's annoying. That is annoying. I guess we could try... No matter what it's not going to work. What we're going to do instead is we're going to give these people the lion pelt that they were crafting last turn, making them very, very tanky. And then they can go and sweep down here and retake the land we lost to the Vine Men. I guess Tydides could go with them for experience, but no, we'll build him a dedicated army. So he'll stay at the capital for now. I guess preaching. No, we don't need to preach. Never mind. Our undead god can now see that there's a lot of enemies in that tiny pond. So no one has that, and we're not going to be taking it either. Oh, there's a lot of enemies. But because they are neutral, I doubt they'll try and invade. Oh, we can also see that this is still neutral. So, whilst they're tough, they are prime for the taking once we grow in strength. And speaking of growing in strength, I think we will do just that. So we're going to get our god here to construct a lab so that they can cast spells once again. Once we grow an army, we can conquer more of these internal places. Looks like we've got a couple of our old warriors I forgot to take with the god after the fight. So let's not make that same mistake twice. Okay, so there we go. Crafting that there. Back to our main base. We built, who was it? Tralala. She is going to start looking for magical sites and planting down religious buildings. So you can start at the Searing Sands, which has neither. Province is free from enemies. Oh, these giants were trying to corrupt them to my side, but they keep running away. We got the temple here, and we got the arena here. But the temple being here is going to boost our god's dominion in general. We'll move her to this tile. Just because it's empty now, it doesn't mean it will stay that way. The enemy might send more troops on their turn, which will result in a fight. We don't need to sneak because we are trying to capture. And I guess that means we can send our seducer. The capital's probably a bad idea. Let's try this Shadowland and hope we can find a giant commander. Themis, you're going to keep your march to the north. Yeah, I don't think you can take out those people. And our scout... This can't be right. The enemy has allegedly left Gnome Peaks a throne of power completely undefended. If they remain that way, we can sneak Blessed One's army all the way through this territory and capture it for free. Which would be insane. And yes, it does mean that they did indeed capture Gnome Peaks. So we're learning more about that. They're also turning everything into a snowland, which is a bit annoying. But again, our nation is used to the cold. We'll keep you there for now, because that's some useful information. As for building more units, I don't know what we want the White Minotaur to do, but I know that you can't really go wrong with some Holy Horsemen. I could just give him the same army, even though he's a ground troop. I guess we could give him some Minotaur men on his flanks. So slightly different formats. Puts him at higher risk, but could be worth it. And we'll get some tougher... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's how we'll do it for now. Okay. Let's see how this next turn goes. Alright, we've had some battles. One of which against those Vine Men. Let's see if we take our territory back. Yeah, there's fewer of them now. Oh, they've got a priest all of a sudden. Shouldn't be too much of a threat. So yeah, that's our cannon fodder line right there. Simple. So the army is better now that we have these people to absorb damage. Well, I guess this is the first time we saw that army fight, but it's based off the structure we've been using the whole game. And there was a battle in Three Pines, so they've sent someone to defend that empty territory. Let's hope it wasn't their deity. No, it was a very, very small force of generics. Oh, this must be the garrison. I forget the scouts don't show the garrison. So our archers, they're going to stay at firing range. And our lancers are going to sweep into the back to kill that commander. And for some reason, Blessed One still doesn't join the fight, even though I could have sworn I've told her that she should do that now. Either way, that was a clear victory. Might not have even lost anyone there. Yeah, we didn't. Look at that. This army is great. Hopefully, the cannon fodder variant we've started using will be even better. But now I really want to check what her orders are, because I could have sworn that I changed it. Oh, their god is in the capital, but he's not defended by many troops, yet he is hiding within their walls. Would have been tempting to take him out, but I don't think it's a good idea. Let's see, Blessed One, what are your orders? Fire rear. Yeah, she just doesn't do it. I guess it doesn't like fire rear. So I'll do attack rear instead. She might be okay with that. I don't know. So, we're in a very important location here. We've got our scouts, Geothea. There's only a garrison here. It's well organised, so there's probably a fair few defenders. This place has enemy dominion, as you would expect, being right next to their living god. But it's in a forest. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast a spell. No, we're not, because she can't. Okay, we're sending Geothea back into the forest. She will cast a spell to instantly build a fortification, thanks to being in a forest, right next to their god and their capital and a throne. Meanwhile, on the same turn, Blessed Turn will build another temple. So we're going to make this our westward forward operating base. It's surrounding so many important sites. So this is going to be good, assuming that they don't come in to destroy us. I don't think they would, because we've still got a decent amount of people there. Could hire some locals, which, thanks to being in a forest, we get some of our own nation's troops. Oh, we could just get... No, Minotaur Lord sucks. What am I talking about? We could get some more archers, though. I'm pretty sure we lost some of them. So there we go. We'll get 3 more archers to join. You know, screw it. We'll get a Minotaur, even if we leave him there just to operate the base. That's fine. So, everything's going off in Pine Grove. Now, over here, we've built the lab with our god. So now we can cast some spells. And as you could guess, it's going to be construct more of our undead vine zombies. So that we can build our army once again and start taking territory. The defense here, I will boost it a little bit more to 40. Really hope that keeps any cheeky invaders away. 63, yeah, that's definitely fine over there. So we're starting now to take hold of my dominion. It's looking like we're going to be having this nice bit here segmented in between those lakes or seas. Right next to these thrones and the enemy god, who hopefully we will kill. If the god ventures outside, that will be a prime time to assassinate him, I think. We'll need more troops, but we have more troops on the way with the lovely couple. They're doing just fine, so we will send them. Oh, we could take that area, but I don't think we will. Their movement's actually still pretty good, despite the fact that they've got some slower people, so they'll be catching up in no time. And I don't think the supply usage is a little bit high, so we'll have to make sure they don't spend too long in the same spot. But that's fine. We can work around that. We can work around that. Maybe I should conquer this place. Yeah, it's in my dominion. What have they got? Just archers? I trust in these guys enough to handle that. But what I want to make sure doesn't happen again is an impromptu Vineman invasion. So we will spit out 20 people there. It should be enough to stop a Vineman. And I guess we'll put a couple Minotaurs for extra security. They could at least guard something, you would hope. Right, so here we go. She's the one who's supposed to be searching for sites and building temples in my eastern territory. I think we'll build the temple first, since that's guaranteed. Oh, actually, outside of a forest, quite a bit of gold. We can afford it this turn. All praise. And yes, the White Minotaur. Do we have anything to... Oh yeah, no, we're moving him to try and catch up. That was it. Although, is that smart? I don't know if that's smart. Alright, we'll do it. He's already there. He'll take over from Themis, who can't do anything right. Did capture this place. I guess we could give it enough of a guardsman so that they can have a patrol strength. With a patrol strength, you at least have a chance of finding enemy spies. So I'll leave them with that much. And then our scout... Still saying the throne is mostly empty, which would be amazing. And I think that means we're good to roll once again. I'll just do my classic of building 3 Holy Horse. And yeah, let's rock and roll.